Hi everyone, I am Mark Sink and I am the new Office and Fleet Manager for Headquarters. And now I'm very happy to read our mission statement for you. Caritas Family Solutions strengthens the social and emotional well-being of individuals and families in order to create a healthy relationships, loving homes, and strong communities. And now get excited everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to CaritasCast. I'm Jerica and I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Brandon Montgomery. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Brandon, how are you?
I am doing fantastic. I can't believe it's almost the end of April.
Yes, it's the end of April, 2024.
This month has flown by.
It really has. It really has. We had a lot of fun things this month. We started off with a trivia night.
Yes, the trivia night went. I had so much fun calling trivia.
Yes.
I was the celebrity host of the event.
Everyone was excited to see Brandon. We loved it, and we appreciate you. The Family Finding team appreciates you helping us out that night.
You know what I appreciate is all the fantastic bakers and cooks that showed up at that event. It was a bring your own snack, bring your own soft drink type event, and there were some really good cookies flying around that place. I had a full belly of sugar and sweets by the end of that day. But what excited me the most about that was the turnout. We had a lot of people come out, and they were so interested in Caritas that I think we maybe had 3 or 4 people sign up to potentially be foster parents and provide respite care. We had a couple donations, and we had some people that were interested in employment with Caritas.
Yes, I think it went really, really, really well. People were interested in different things, respite, foster care, and even working for us. So I just thought that was amazing. People found it on their hearts to donate to us. So yes, you're right. Everything went smoothly. Don't worry. If you don't have the answer to trivia, you'll come and you'll leave with a full belly no matter what. So
you'll have fun even if you don't win.
Literally.
Yes.
So we had a good time, and trivia night will happen again.
I will host again if I'm invited back.
We want you every time.
Yay!
You're hired.
Yay. That's how I like to start every month, with a great event for Caritas. But we had something else happen, an event for everybody in the United States.
Did you see the eclipse?
I saw the eclipse.
You saw it.
I went down to Nashville, Illinois.
Really?
And it's a funny story. I took that day off of work, which I think many people did. A lot of the schools, my son's school gave you the option of keep your kid home or we'll take them to the eclipse. And I thought, okay, I'm going to, these don't happen very often. So I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to take the day off. We're going to go to Nashville, which was in the line of totalitarian or whatever that word is. And we went to drive down there, and we were going to get on Interstate 64 to go to Nashville. And as I was like turning onto the interstate or heading towards the exit, I glanced down at the interstate, and it was bumper to bumper.
Really?
For as far as you can see. And it was because everybody had the same idea I had. Go south, to see Carbondale was the hot spot. So we avoided the interstate, and we took back roads and got there in like 45 minutes. So it was a great day.
You always got to know an alternate route around here.
Yeah, but we had so much fun seeing that eclipse. It was just a great day. And
yeah, that's definitely a good event to see. I seen the one in 2017.
Yeah.
I was actually in Cape in college, and it was the perfect town. It was packed that year. So
you were in college in 2017.
I was in college in 2017.
You're making me feel so old.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see. I wanted to tell you that it was complete darkness for me too at one time. So
neat.
It was fun. It was fun.
That was a lot of fun, and April has brought us so far some neat stuff, and an eclipse, and a great trivia night. But it's also brought us a ton of rain.
Oh my goodness!
I feel like I need a boat almost around here lately.
Yes.
And I remember this cycle. This was a few years ago, and I didn't live in this area. We called it the summer of rain because it was every day during the week was beautiful. And then like Friday at 4 o'clock would hit, and it would start raining, and it would end Monday morning at 7.
Stay in the house.
Every weekend was like that. And I hope we're not going to get into that pattern here. Are you a rain person? Do you like the rain?
I hate rain. I can say that. I just don't like it. And it is always raining. Like, I don't want to go outside. I just can't. What about you?
It's, it's not pretty to look at, right? So it's not snow.
Yeah.
And you can't go outside and do anything in it. So I am not a fan of the rain, but I am a fan of flowers and fresh growth and all those things that we needed. So I kind of figured in our tradition here on the podcast, a few Brandon jokes or dad jokes get thrown out. So I've got some April rain jokes, if you would allow me.
Let's allow you to tell some jokes.
All right. I've got 3 of them here.
Okay.
So I'm sure the audience is on pins and needles right now. So what does a rain cloud wear under his raincoat?
Go ahead and tell me.
Thunderwear. It's like underwear, but thunder.
So, like, these things make me chuckle.
When you have to explain the jokes, you know they're funny.
Yeah.
What do you call a pile of coins in the rain? What do you call a pile of coins in the rain?
Go for it.
Climate change.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I use that one? I might use that one.
You should steal that.
Yeah, I'll steal that one.
Feel free, disclaimer, everybody, these are not copyrighted. You can use these with in your life. They will not entertain your children. Trust me, I try. And this is my last one here. Might be the best one out of the bunch here. So why didn't the light rain hit the target?
Oh, why?
It just missed.
Okay, maybe I'll steal that one.
Pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Pretty terrible, yes. But I appreciate everyone and all your great feedback about my jokes. Keep encouraging me, and I'll keep doing them.
We love it, Brandon. Don't worry. So April has brought a lot of fun to us. And we had the eclipse, we had trivia night, but we also wanted to talk about something just that connects with Caritas. So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. So we do a lot of awareness, and we sent out flyers to our different regions. The Family Finders, we always send out flyers, but this month we wanted to make sure that, everyone knew about Child Abuse Prevention Month. This is what we do.
It's an incredibly important topic to the world.
Yes.
But especially Caritas because of the population that we serve. Foster children, adoptive children, children that are in our residential programs. It's all our job to help stop and prevent child abuse, neglect, abuse. It's prevalent in our society, and it takes adults. It takes us who have a voice to speak up for these kids that don't have voices.
Absolutely. We see it every day. We see how important it is. And it's just good for us to continue to educate people who might not know, because people might not know. Some people might not understand. So,
and the best piece of advice I think we can give anyone is speak up.
Absolutely.
If something doesn't smell right, if something looks wrong, if you have a kid, if you're a teacher or you're a parent and your kids have other kids in their lives and you see a kid's showing signs, you got to say something.
Absolutely.
And hey, worst case scenario, something bad was happening and you're helping stop it.
Right.
Best case scenario is it was just a misunderstanding, but you're doing your diligence, you're doing your job as an advocate, you're providing a voice for kids that don't have voices.
Absolutely. Just perfectly said.
So not an April thing, but we have something big coming up at the very beginning of next month, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Which,
that's the most important.
Oh, that is the most. I love me some tacos.
I've been seeing the coupons go all over. I've been seeing it.
Mexican restaurants clean up on that day. That is the day to go out and get yourself a burrito. But also at the very beginning of May, and we're not going to get a chance to do a show before this happens, so we want to bring it up, is our COA review. This is a big deal for Caritas. So COA is the Council on Accreditation, and it's not really our governing body, but it's the body that oversees social service entities around the United States and certifies them, accredits them.
Right.
And I think it's every 3 years or 3 or 4 years this occurs with Caritas, and this is a big deal for us because it's really our opportunity to show off.
Literally.
If we're doing a great job every day, it doesn't matter when the state surveyors show up. It doesn't matter when a COA review takes place. We're always ready, and I think we are always ready at Caritas. So this is a big deal for us. We're going to get a chance to show how awesome we are.
I like it. I've been seeing emails about it, so I think we'll do fine. I think we'll do great.
I think we are going to do spectacular. So big thumbs up and lots of encouragement for everybody that's going to be helping us out with the big COA review at the beginning of next month.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to take a second and talk to our community and talk to Caritas for a second and just do a call to action. How about that?
Yeah.
I just want to talk and just let them know that talking about our agency and talking about what we do is not a shameful thing. Like, we encourage you guys to talk about the agency, talk about adoption and fostering and other things people can do in the community, and share it on your social media. We have a social media page as well, Caritas, so you can share the things that we share.
Caritas has to stop being the best kept secret in
Yes,
Illinois.
absolutely.
Let's talk to people. Encourage people to maybe think about being a foster parent. Think about being a parent that provides respite care.
Absolutely.
We have thousands of children waiting for adoption.
Yes.
Talk to these people about Caritas and also about volunteering with us. We can always use your help and your financial support as well.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the time, you might have the resources to lend to us. But that is our call to action for all of you, is talk to people about Caritas. Jerica mentioned social media. That is an awesome way to talk to people about Caritas. But also, how about the person sitting next to you in church?
Yeah.
How about the person in the grocery store? Wear your Caritas t-shirt out there and have a conversation about it, because it might bring us great people to help our kids. It might bring us great new employees. It might bring us great new resources, but we have to speak up. We have to be Caritas talkers.
Yes. I mean, when we do events as Family Finders, we always have those questions about Caritas and, the distinction between Caritas and DCFS. So we always like to educate.
Yeah, and it's all our jobs. It's
Yes.
like I say during the Thunder Thursday meetings, we're all on the Caritas recruiting team. Talk to people about coming to work for Caritas. Pick the people you work with. If you know somebody that's really awesome, say, hey, come work with us at Caritas. So speak about Caritas, because I don't know about you, Jerica, but I'm darn proud of our agency, and I'm darn proud to work here.
I am proud of the agency. That's why I said we're going to do good at the COA review. We're going to do great. So I just love it.
And speaking of doing good and speaking of being very proud, we've got kind of a special thing
Yes.
to do today, a special segment that we're really excited about.
Yeah, so we've been working on some new things. So we want to incorporate, more people. So we have a worker here, and we like to do mission moments on our show.
Every episode, we try to at least put one mission moment in when we can. Just a way to encourage and a way to kind of show off to the rest of the agency how good we're doing.
Yes. And our mission moment this month is just a delight, because it's a story. And we have invited a worker. She's a case manager out of our Glen Carbon office. And we've invited her to come. And we've invited her to speak about a couple of her cases, just to get us educated on more of what she does and how the cases go. So
basically, her entire job is a mission moment.
Literally.
Every day she has a mission moment. So she is going to be our mission moment for the month. So we're very excited, very blessed to be welcoming to the CaritasCast today. She is awesome, Miss
Mackenzie Jackson.
Hey, Mackenzie, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
We are so excited. We're always excited to have a guest on the show, but we are very excited to have you on the show, because we're going to talk about something that we think is really, really cool.
Yes, we were talking last week about just trying to have some creative episodes, and after hearing your stories, we were so excited to be recording today. So
because we're talking about closed cases. This is so cool. To us, this is like the Caritas true crime minus the crime, like the true crime podcast. These stories are so neat. Do you just love what you do every day, Mackenzie?
I honestly do. It's something that, sometimes people say like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to get into whenever I get into work. And it's like that. But at the end of the day, you always leave feeling like you're doing something good.
So how did you get into what you do today? Like, how did you find this type of work, or just this closed cases in general? Like, how does this happen?
So getting into it, actually, I came from a couple different jobs, but I actually have a really good friend who also works here. Really, I found myself whenever I was in school saying that one thing I didn't want to do was kind of work in foster care, and because I know the type of heart I have and how attached I would get. But honestly, making this decision has probably been one of the best ones I've ever made.
Out of the Glenn Carbon case closed files, what stories do you have to share with us today? Because the idea of closed cases is kind of like people get the wrong idea of foster care. Mm-hmm. Like we're always trying to like tear families apart, and that's really not our goal. We want to try to keep families intact if we can, but we certainly want to keep kids safe. But Mackenzie, what's it mean when we have a closed case at Caritas?
So for closed cases, it really just means these are our families where we have returned children home to either one or both parents. And throughout that, they have completed the aftercare process, which is about 6 months long. And we close cases as there is no need for us to really be in the picture anymore. The parents are well set and ready to do this on their own.
Can you give me a brief overview of like what is the aftercare program or process?
Yeah. What is
I'm not sure what that
aftercare?
means.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like after school care.
So once we return children home, we do what's called 6 months of aftercare. Within that, within the first 4 weeks, we do weekly visits with the family. 2 of those being scheduled, 2 unannounced visits. So we can show up at any point in time, just to make sure that, everything is going the way that it should. Parents are still in compliance with things. Children are healthy, happy, and safe in the home. And then once we complete the weeklies, then we go down to once a month. And once we get through those, it's just really, we go back to court. We give our report to court that, hey, this family has done X, Y, and Z. They are going above and beyond. The children are happy, healthy, and safe in the home, and we are good to close the case and move on to the next.
That is so cool. How does that make you and the rest of the team feel when you could say case closed?
Oh, it's an overwhelming feeling. It's most times, actually, especially with the ones I've had, you form such a close connection with these families because you're really integrated in their lives. And most of them are actually very, very emotional. Parents, and even myself, I will get teary-eyed. And the overwhelming support that these parents are also getting from the court members at case closing, it's so overwhelming.
You have some great stories, I'm sure. Can you share a few of those with us? Help inspire the rest of us.
Yeah, I have a few. One story that comes to mind right off the bat were it's a group of 3 siblings. 2 boys were actually sent home to go live with their father. At the time that I got in their case was right whenever I started the agency. So whirlwind of trying to learn everything. This was a transfer case I had gotten from another previous caseworker. And at the time, whenever I got the case, with everything within the court was not really going the best. All lawyers had actually entered a motion to vacate the case. These 2 boys, it was a whirlwind whenever they were in care. And every child is different. These 2 specifically, there was behaviors that we were trying to get mapped out, making sure that they would have the services that they needed in place before even returning home. And these 2, we had finally got them into counseling. We were getting them into the proper doctors, getting the correct diagnoses to where we could better help serve them. These boys went home to their father in August, and we actually did not close their case until February of the next year. And they have been at home with their dad ever since. The aftercare process went great for them. Both boys are actually doing very, very well.
Wow.
Amazing.
They just welcomed a new sibling.
Wow.
They're so excited since being in care, and now their behaviors is a complete 180. They are the most gentle boys.
It is amazing.
We went from a family falling apart,
separated, yeah,
and 2 kids that were on the road to not doing well. And through interventions from Caritas and your excellent case management, Mackenzie, they were able to return home to their families, and now they're thriving. Another Caritas
That's a great story.
success story.
Yeah.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
So these stories are awesome, but we've kind of saved the best for last here. We like to save the most heartstring pulling stories for the end. So please give us the story of the Christmas closed case.
So this was another case I got right whenever I started with the agency. It was a transfer case. This mom had been through it all. She had 2 children in care. By the time I got the case, she was actually coming off of a relapse. And she took it upon herself. She got clean. She has been clean ever since. It's coming up on 2 years now. She got right back into her NA groups, got a sponsor, and just really put her head down and did what she needed to do because she knew what her outcomes could possibly be. And these children at the time were coming in, like had been in care upwards to 800 to 900 days in care, which is a lot for us.
That's a long time. I could imagine being how young were these kids?
Whenever I got them, the youngest was 6 and the oldest was 11.
Being 11 years old, 6 would be tough, but 11, you're even more aware of what's going on. And being away from your home for, you said 800, 900 days?
Yes.
That's traumatic. That's really challenging. So how are they doing now?
They are actually doing fantastic. This mom will actually keep in touch with me from time to time to let me know how they're doing. They are very well back integrated as a family. The youngest, he loves to do sports, soccer, baseball, anything like that. And now he's able to do that and his mom is there. And it's the biggest smile you'll ever see on his face. I remember doing visits towards the end and the oldest, he had wanted to do band. That was his favorite thing. And he would sit there and play, I believe he played the saxophone and would sit there and play songs for us at visits. And just with the biggest smile on his face.
That's so cool.
That is so cool. I'm really jealous of Mackenzie now. You want to switch jobs? I like to recruit. It's fun, but yours seems so fulfilling. That is so neat. And why do we call this the Christmas closing? Because
so actually their case closed December 19th of last year.
What
Wow.
a Christmas present.
For sure.
That is so cool. And I find it really cool that the parents still reach out to you, Mackenzie. And that's because you're doing a good job. Mackenzie, this has been awesome. You are awesome. Everything that you and your other coworkers do is awesome. So thank you for being on the show and thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
Thanks for sharing your story. Appreciate that.
All right, guys, that is just lovely to hear. We would like to thank you guys for listening this month, and I hope that you enjoyed our mission moment with Mackenzie. We are so happy to have her, and we hope we'll have different workers here more often, letting us know what they're doing out there in the field.
If you would like to be a guest on CaritasCast, you can email us at CaritasCast at caritasfamily.org. If you have a mission moment you'd like to share, please do that. And again, like Jerica said, thank you for listening. We're not going to talk to you guys before Cinco de Mayo, so happy early Cinco de Mayo.
Make sure you get some tacos,
Yes.
make some burritos, whatever. Everyone's
Make it
discounting
happen.
everything.
Yes, and happy early COA review. Let's
Yes.
just celebrate in advance. Yay!
We passed.
We passed.
Everything.
Premier agency right here. Premier agency. So we'll see you guys later in May. Have a great end of April and a great beginning of May.
Yes, bye, guys. We'll see you next month.
Bye.